Hi guys, on today's episode, we're going to talk about how to get paid quickly as a recruiter and not have to deal with some of those roadblocks and some of those nuances that can be very troublesome if you're just starting out in the recruiting industry, or if you've been in for a few years or a few months and you don't have a huge nest egg of money piled up. So this way you have more of a chance to succeed. So guys, I will see you there shortly. How do you get paid fast as a recruiter, right? Today we're going to discuss some of the savvy things you can do as a savvy business owner, especially in recruitment, to get paid quickly.
Yay! That's always important, right? You never want to wait so long to get paid. I know that's a pet peeve for probably a lot of people. Right. You do all this work and you're like, all right. So we're going to talk about the way. So David, for a savvy business owner, right? You're a savvy business owner. What would you tell our listeners or viewers how they can get paid and not have to wait like 2-3 months after they fill a role?
Right. So we're going to talk about being a savvy recruiter. Let's paint the picture. So whether you're a startup or you've been in the business for a little while, maybe like 3 years or less, and you don't really have a big nest egg of money saved up. One of the things with recruiting, it's very easy to be a recruiter. You can just raise your hand and say like, hey, I'm a recruiter, right? Okay, you're a recruiter. But it's a very unique business, very unique industry because you eat what you kill and there's no regulations. You don't have to go get a license like real estate. You're not gonna have to go to like 4 years of schooling like a doctor, something like that. But your test is the market, right? It's easy to get in. It's very, very difficult to stay in. And one of the biggest obstacles is funding. You know, you can get a job order today, right? A placement opportunity. You can work hard on it for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, right? Make the placement, and now you have a $30,000 check coming in. Yay, that's so great. But the company tells you, okay, then a net 30 or a net 45 or a net 60. And now a net 60, you're waiting 2 additional months after the 6 weeks has already passed. In the meantime, your bills aren't on a net 30 or a net 60. They're consistent. They're coming in regardless, right? Your electric bill, your phone bill, your food, your mortgage or rent. So you want to make sure whether you're brand new in recruiting or you've been in for a little while and you don't have a ton of money saved up, you have a bona fide way to get paid quickly, right?
Yes.
So we're going to look at a few of those ways today. Now, the first thing is setting better terms on your agreements, right? Maybe you'll take a little less money to get paid faster. And we've seen recruiters do this, and it's very, very strategic. It's very smart. You can say something like, hey, my fee at a net 30 is 30%. If we get it in, in a net 15, it goes down to 25%. If it gets paid within 10 days of the placement being made, maybe it'll be at 22%, right? Don't worry about so much about those numbers. It's the concept. It's giving them a little bit of a discount. And if you typically charge 20% on your fees, well, now you have a reason to say, okay, I typically get paid a net 30 at 20%. Now you can say, you know what? I'm going to make my net 30 or 20%, 25%, and I'm going to make it, hey, you pay me in 15 days or 10 days, that's going to be my 20%. So always put yourself in a better opportunity, a better space, right? Because you deserve it. You work hard. You're changing their businesses by providing phenomenal talent. You deserve to be rewarded for that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
That one.
So
basically putting yourself higher to still get what you really want.
Exactly. Still get what you really want, but be strategic about it. And another way that we could mitigate the time it takes for you to get paid, whether you're still starting out recruiting or you've been doing it for a while, you just want a way to get paid quicker. Want to talk about that one, Stace?
Yeah, so I like this idea. It's basically partnering up with a company that will take a percentage of what you're supposed to be making from the company that you're working with, and they're going to pay you right away. So once you fill that role, once you make that placement, they will pay you. They take a piece of they take a small percentage, nothing large, and you get paid right away, which is awesome because now you don't have to wait all those months after those, say for example, 6 weeks of work, now another 2-3 months. So it's just weighing the options of either giving a discount with the first option David gave, or giving a little percentage in order to get paid right away.
Right? It's always that give and take. And what Stacy's so very well eloquated is factoring, right? In the trucking industry, other industries, this is big. Everyone does this. Most people do this. If you're in a trucking industry, I know you're a recruiter, you don't care unless you recruit for truckers. It's required to like even get contracts to have a factoring company, right? In marketing, we partner with companies that provide funding, right? Because we have people that they come in and just don't have the amount of money up front. But what they do, and all these companies do, is they say, hey, we'll fund it for you. We'll take a percentage. That's how they make their money. Just like your credit card processor, right? They're going to charge 3% or 4%, whatever it may be, to give you access to the money now. They wait for it to come in from the bank, whether that's, whatever, 10 days or 15 days. So it's the same concept. And we know recruiters that are successfully doing this, in the industry, and it's helped them build bigger companies or just have more peace of mind and less stress. And who doesn't want less stress? More revenue, less stress, right? So the way that it works typically, and we'll give you some key tips to watch out for. So the factoring company is going to say, okay, once you make the placement, the original company, the company that hired you, is going to pay the factoring company on their net 30 or whatever it may be. The factoring company is going to pay you right away. They're going to take a piece of it. You're going to look. We've heard 6% is like that number, like typically that 6% of your fee. So that means if you're supposed to get a $10,000, check from your placement, they're going to take 6%, which is $600, right? And a lot of us, man, to get access to that money 45 days earlier, 60 days earlier, it's worth it to give away $600 or that's 6%. Now, if your placement's $100,000, 6% is $6,000. That's a lot of money. But again, like you're not waiting those very long terms to get it. Now, a couple key tips when engaging with a factoring company. Number one, make sure, because they'll try to be a little bit tricky, some of the bad ones, make sure you have the option to, hey, I'm gonna do this deal with you, I'm gonna factor with you or not factor with you. So some of your deals that maybe the ones that are net 90 or net 60 or whatever it may be, you wanna do it with the factoring company's help, great. But there might be some where there's quick turnarounds or it's a very large amount of revenue and you don't want the 6% being taken out of. You don't have to go and factor that one. You can just do that one in-house and just go ahead and wait the time period yourself. So if the company tells you otherwise, find a better company. That's not industry standard. They're trying to take advantage of you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Another one is, and you should go and ask any company that you're vetting, any factoring or funding company that you're vetting, will you do any type of lien against my business? Because we've heard stories where some companies have done that, where they'll put a lien against your business, not a negative lien, but just the fact that it's there, it's just something that you don't want. Like they shouldn't be doing that. It's not industry standard. So if they say, make sure you ask them up front and you have that in writing, they're not gonna put any type of lien against your business, because all it is a partnership. It's saying that, hey, Stacy's gonna go out and get this recruit account, right? From Sam. Sam contracts Stacy to do the work. Stacy does the work is done, right? And they only take over, they're only a part of the process once the work is done, because you're gonna submit. So you're gonna submit the invoice to now David, the owner of the factoring company, or your partner in the factoring company. I'm gonna pay Stacy out right away, typically within like a few days. And then I'm gonna take my percentage out. So if Stacy's supposed to get paid $10,000, I might take my 6%, my $600 out and give her $9,400, $9,400. And now I wait the 30 days to get paid from Stacy. So I make my business and my revenue by doing this with a lot of other companies, a lot of other recruiters. I'm just making my 6%, just being a bank pretty much. Now Stacy, she gets her money quickly, and now it's more predictable for her. She's able to hire staff faster. She's able to use that money to reinvest into marketing, pay her bills on time, and build that good old-fashioned business credit, which is so important. So this is how it benefits all parties, right?
Definitely. And this is something that, you don't need to do forever, But I think this is a great tool to use when you're starting out, or you've been in the business for a couple of years, or maybe if you've hit a snag in revenue and you got this big opportunity, big company that wants you to fill, multiple roles, but you're not going to get paid for a couple of months. So this is a way for you to get that revenue right away to make sure that you don't, go into any debt or any more debt.
All right, I like that. Very well said. And it's better to have something and not need it than need it and not have it. So if you don't have this in place, go out there and get it in place this week. This is what we talk about. This is what we mean when we say work on your business, not always in your business. It's important to work in your business sometimes. You have to do that. But as the leader, as the owner, as the CEO, your job is to work on the business and make sure that you have these opportunities, you have these pipelines of funding, of capital, extra cash as a recruiter, because cash is the lifeblood of our economy. And if you don't have it, that's the quickest way for a business to fail. And we don't want you to develop, to be really good at what you do, be really good at your craft, and you fail not because of effort, not because of talent, but because of funding. I mean, that would definitely be a pity. And we don't want any of our viewers and future clients and prospects and friends to have to go through that.
Yeah.
And enemies. Even our enemies, we don't want to have them to go through that,
Definitely put this in your toolbox, in your business toolbox, and like David said, definitely get working on putting this in place if you don't have it in place already.
Awesome. Ciao, guys. See you in the next one. If you're in the staffing and recruiting industry and you're looking for a 360 solution to get more recs fast and also to help you place open searches quickly, then we invite you to take a call with us. My team will love to chat with you. Click on the link that says book a call with us, and we'll be happy to speak with you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps us just keep on sharing our knowledge out to more people. That's the way that the algorithm works. The more people that like and subscribe, the more they'll share the content with other people. We love helping entrepreneurs. We love working with recruiters and staffing agency owners. So like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.